Alright y'all, in this video we're going to be talking about the true story of Sun Wukong, to the best of my knowledge. I guess you could call this video a filler art, because if you like this video, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and check out my Black Myth Wukong playthrough that I'm doing right now. It's going really good. I really like the game, so y'all should check that out. But that's not what we're doing here. Today, we're gonna talk about Sun Wukong, my glorious goat. So without further ado, remember to subscribe, get us to 10k subs. Let's get this video started.
I won't be dead, misled in head, I never break.
So our story starts at a place called Flower Fruit Mountain, and in Flower Fruit Mountain contains things like dragons, peaches that grant immortality, and a rock. So there was this mountain that had a magic stone on it, and inside that stone was Sun Wukong. Well, his name wasn't really Sun Wukong at this moment, but you know, you and I know, come on. Born from this magic stone, he's already realizing, man, I should have some manners, and bows to every direction. And for some reason, that means that he can now shoot lasers from his eyes. Thanks, plot. But with those said plot laser eyes, he accidentally pierces the heavens with them, which makes them kind of mad, but he's just a monkey, so it'll be fine. Also, through the story, Sun Wukong makes it a point to make multiple gods angry, which is kind of just the normal for him. So Sun Wukong hanging out with these nearby monkeys, they all decide to challenge each other and start saying, alright everybody, whoever can jump through that waterfall, you're the Monkey King. But nobody here is that stupid, and then Sun Wukong immediately was like, I'll do it, bet that. And luckily it turns out that behind that waterfall was a livable space, so all the monkeys decided to live there and appointed him the Monkey King. And then for several hundred years, things were going pretty great for Sun Wukong. Like, he's got a livable space, he's the Monkey King of his own people, he's doing whatever monkeys do for fun on mountains. But then he started thinking, you know what would be better than all this? If I was immortal. I can't live like these losers. And after the village elder tells him that there are various ways to achieve immortality, he immediately sets out, builds a raft, and goes to achieve this. And after a brutal compilation of Sun Wukong stealing another guy's clothes and wearing them and learning human mannerisms and how to walk like a normal human, he approaches this temple where he meets a guy named Master Sabodi. And get this y'all, this sage is immortal. So Sun Wukong, ecstatic that he's better learn how to become an immortal, immediately asks Mr. Sabodi if he could become his pupil. Mr. Sabodi agrees, and for the next few years, Sun Wukong learns his fighting styles and gains the ability to not age. And the origin of Sun Wukong's name is not of what the Monkey King called himself. He just called himself the Monkey King. No, Sun Wukong actually got his name from Mr. Sabodi, who named him that. So I guess in a way you could call Mr. Sabodi his stepfather. Who knows? Irregardless though, now not only is Sun Wukong immortal in the aspect of he can't age, Mr. Sabodi taught him the art of super strength, flight, and taught him 72 different transformations that he can do. And then he told Sun Wukong, now bro, I know you're happy, but I'm not gonna lie to you. The gods, they are not gonna approve of this. So you might get struck down by lightning in 500 years. If not, they will burn you. And if not, that don't work, they're just gonna straight up disintegrate you. Then what the heck's the point of calling this immortality? Man, I tried! God dang! So now that Sun Wukong and Master Sabodi aren't on speaking terms anymore, he decides to depart home. And when he gets there, he sees that the monkeys have been getting terrorized by this guy named the Bull Demon King, who took his spy. What did Monkey King do, you ask? He pulled one hair from his body, cloned himself, and that hair cloned himself, and it kept going until he cloned 1,000 other monkeys to jump the Bull Demon King. Overkill? Nah. So it sent the Bull Demon King running, and as soon as all the monkeys started glazing the Monkey King, he was like, yeah, y'all know, nobody can do like I can. Like, see me with these weapons, bro. And then Sun Wukong has another epiphany. I know, they're usually bad ideas. But he starts thinking, man, I can really just give anybody hands, but it's not right for me. I need a weapon. So then the village elder again says, I mean, Wukong, you could go to the Dragon King. He has a lot of weapons. And Sun Wukong was like, bet that. Appreciate. So I guess Sun Wukong had the innate ability to breathe underwater. I guess that's just one of the things that monkeys can do now. So after brutally bullying the Dragon King's guards, they eventually take him to the Dragon King so he can see about his new weapon. And after pulling up to the Dragon King, he gets straight to business. The Dragon King is over here talking about something. What do you want, bro? And Sun Wukong is saying something. Hey man, I thought you could give me a weapon, you know, something that suits me. Hook me up, bro. The Dragon King gets him a spear. He said, man, get this weak stuff out of my face, bro. Dragon King gets him a 180 kilogram sword. He said, bro, get this weak stuff out of my face. Give me something good. Now, understandably, the Dragon King's getting a little heated at this because he's kind of getting low-broed by Sun Wukong right now. Then Wukong, searching around a little bit, sees this 17,000 kilogram size-changing pillar. And he decides, you know what, man? I think I'm going to use this as my new staff. And as you can see, he is ecstatic to have this, bro. He is doing tricks with this staff, and no diddy. Then the Dragon King starts whimpering, talking about, I use that to measure the sky, bro. Come on, you can't take this away from me. And Sun Wukong was like, man, do something about it. Dragon Emperor said, I'll snitch, to which he did actually snitch, which is crazy work. I guess the Dragon King wasn't gonna tell him about how he made a whole new set of clothes for bro, because he was so scared of him. Then the Jade Emperor, King of the Heavens, was talking about some, alright, who wants to kill the monkey? Spirit of Venus was saying, alright, Jade, I think we should just give him a spot in heaven. That way we'll be able to imprison him if he does something wrong. Jade Emperor agrees as we cut back to Sun Wukong after some small side quest that he was doing where he was crossing his name along with hundreds of other monkeys off the Book of Death. So now Sun Wukong is immortal ×2 and these monkeys are now just immortal. So the god of Venus pulls up on him and tells him, hey man, guess what? You're hired from a minor position in heaven. But Sun Wukong doesn't know it's a minor position, so he's like, Hey, bet. So then they dart off to heaven. Now skipping ahead, Sun Wukong is appointed by looking after the horse stables. And they had my poor boy thinking that this was the highest honor that somebody could get. So then somebody breaks it to Sun Wukong that this is actually the lowest spot that you could get. And Sun Wukong decides, you know what, man? I'm out of here. If y'all can appreciate my talents, I quit. Can't stand y'all. Jade hears about this and he also hears Sun Wukong's calling himself the Great Sage equal to heaven. Hold on a second. And then he immediately tells 3 of his guards to go jump this guy. So then he starts beating the cheeks out of every single knight that Jade throws at him. So then one of the most powerful people in heaven, Prince Nessa, decides to throw his hat in the ring, and Monkey, not caring that he's 12, says, alright, run it up then. So they start fighting like crazy and it's actually looking a little close. Then Prince Nessa decides to pop up Kaiju mode. And then Monkey's like, man, I can do that sorry stuff too, but look, I can be bigger. Now what? Then they have one of the most epic kaiju battles that you will ever see. Sun Wukong ends up winning though, of course, and he just sends them all packing. So they ended up giving Wukong his Great Sage equal to Heaven title, which made him happy, and this also came with a free room in heaven that he could live in. And on top of all this, the god of Venus even decided to show him around the Immortal Peach Garden. Oh no. So after giving Monkey the rundown how if you eat one of these peaches you'll have eternal life forever, and specifically not to eat them because they're using them for a party that Sun's also just not invited to, but he doesn't know that yet, what do you think that our boy Wukong did? If you guessed ate every single one of the peaches there, you'd be right. So when it's time for the Queen Mother of Heaven's Peach Banquet Festival, she sends her immortal maidens to go fetch the peaches. So imagine their surprise when they see that Sun Wukong ate literally all of them. Sun Wukong asking who they are, they say they were here to collect peaches for the festival. Wukong talking about some, I never heard about no festival, and they said, well, that's because you weren't invited to it. And this angers Sun Wukong, freezing them in place for God knows how long. So then Monkey decides to sneak himself into the Peach Banquet Festival. After sneaking in, decides to drink the wine that also makes you immortal. I can't even count how much immortality Wukong has stacked on him. So now Monkey's so drunk to the point where he started seeing things, decides to go sleep it off. So then Monkey stumbles into a house that has pills that also grant immortality. He can't keep getting away with this. And he decides, you know man, maybe this wasn't a good idea, and decides to go back to his mountain to avoid any responsibility. The Jade Emperor is mad at this, as you can assume, and they wage another war on Monkey, and guess what? He beats those cheeks again. And then they bring out the big guns, a guy named Erlong Shen, and they have an epic battle to which he's actually able to capture the Monkey King, to which they bring him back to heaven. So then with this multitude of angry gods and goddesses, so they try to execute the Monkey King, but he is so much immortality stacked up that he's effectively invulnerable to literally anything. Like, y'all just can't kill him. Stop trying. So then they throw him into one of the gods' immortality removing furnaces, which in theory should work. They pop him in like a batch of cookies, they take him out, and he got even stronger. Then the Jade Emperor saying, you know what, forget it, I'm calling up the biggest guns. Decides to call Buddha the Enlightened One, the strongest person in this world. Buddha pulls up to Sun Wukong. He's like, alright man, listen, we'll give you your Great Sage equal to heaven power if you can leave my hand. Sun Wukong say, hey man, bet for real? You've always been my homie, Buddha. Jumps onto Buddha's hand, leaps out to the edge of the universe, and makes his mark by peeing on a pillar. He comes on back and says, alright bro, I did it. And Buddha was like, nope, guess what? You were on my hand the entire time. Also, thanks for peeing on it, stupid. Then Son Wukong's outraged, saying, hold on, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Wait, you cheated. In prison for 500 years, say what? What? Gotcha! So yeah, Sun Wukong was in prison for a good 500 years until Tripitaka the monk frees him in his journey to the west, which I will cover in a later video. This video did take a long-ish time to make, I won't lie to you, I haven't made videos like this before in a while. So if you guys like this video, it's gonna have to take a lot of likes for me to do a part 2. So make sure to like up the video, subscribe, get us to 10,000 subscribers. I know we can do it, guys. And yeah, thanks for watching, I'll see you later.